Breaking news this evening. The entertainment community is reeling after confirmation that Malcolm-Jamal Warner, actor, director, musician, and cultural touchstone for an entire television generation, has died at the age of 54. Police in Costa Rica say Warner drowned yesterday afternoon while swimming near a secluded inlet on the country's Pacific coast, where he had been vacationing with his wife and young daughter. Rescue divers reached him within minutes, but attempts to revive him failed, and he was pronounced dead at a local hospital just after sunset. Family members, who had spent the day exploring tide pools with him, are said to be devastated beyond words and have asked for privacy as they return home with support from U.S. consular officials. Born in Jersey City, New Jersey, on August 18, 1970, Warner was raised by his mother, Pamela Warner, a legal secretary who nurtured his creative spark by enrolling him in acting classes at age 9. Her decision paid off quickly. By 11, he was landing national commercials, and at 14, he beat out hundreds of hopefuls to play Theo Huxtable, the lovable, sometimes exasperating teenage son on NBC's groundbreaking sitcom, The Cosby Show. The program dominated Thursday night ratings for most of its 8-season run, regularly drawing more than 30 million viewers and reshaping the cultural conversation around African-American family life. Warner's comedic timing and earnest charm earned him an Emmy nomination at just 16, a moment he later called the wildest dream of a kid who loved rehearsal more than recess. Yet Warner refused to be locked inside the image of a sitcom. Teen. When Cosby ended in 1992, he pivoted behind the camera, shadowing seasoned directors and eventually helming episodes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Malcolm and Eddie, Girlfriends, and dozens more. Industry colleagues say his sets were models of calm collaboration, with Warner often halting production to ensure the youngest crew members understood everything that was happening. His passion for mentorship also extended off-screen. He hosted free weekend workshops in South Los Angeles, teaching underserved youth the basics of camera blocking, script breakdown, and even contract negotiation. He never hoarded knowledge, recalls actress Tracee Ellis Ross, whom Warner directed. In 2006, he believed every piece of wisdom was a baton you handed forward. Music, too, formed a central strand of his creative tapestry. A gifted bass guitarist, Warner released 3 spoken-word jazz albums that hit the Billboard Contemporary Jazz charts and toured internationally with his band Miles Long. Critics praised his smoky baritone and politically charged lyrics, which tackled everything from voter suppression to the emotional ripple effects of mass incarceration. In 2015, he won a Grammy for Best Traditional R&B performance after collaborating with Robert Glasper and Lala Hathaway on a haunting cover of Jesus, Children of America, a Stevie Wonder classic Warner described as a prayer set to groove. Between gigs, he published 2 collections of poetry, self-portrait, Notes in the Margin, and Blue Bass lines, each applauded for its rhythmic candor and tender exploration of fatherhood. On television, Warner enjoyed a late career renaissance, grabbing recurring roles on shows such as Suits, American Crime Story, and the medical drama The Resident, where his portrayal of stern but compassionate surgeon A.J. Austin earned standing ovations from fans who had grown up watching him on Thursday nights. Producers praised his discipline. He arrived on set, memorized annotated scripts in hand, and insisted on using lunch breaks to rehearse complex emotional beats. Co-star Emily Van Camp said today, he treated acting like jazz precision wrapped in improvisation. Off-camera, Warner used his profile to champion mental health awareness, especially among Black men, often speaking publicly about therapy, mindfulness, and the importance of vulnerability. He partnered with the National Alliance on Mental Illness to create outreach programs for urban high schools, and his candid interviews inspired countless social media threads under the hashtag #TalkLikeTheo. encouraging open conversations about anxiety and grief. In 2021, he served as executive producer of Between the Notes, a PBS documentary connecting the history of jazz to modern conversations about race and resilience. Tributes tonight are pouring in from every corner of the arts world. Felicia Rashad, who played Warner's on-screen mother, called him a gentle giant of imagination. Questlove tweeted that Warner's bass lines carried more truth than most headlines, while Viola Davis wrote that he turned every set into a classroom and every stage into a sanctuary. President Biden released a statement acknowledging Warner's indelible contributions to American culture and the doors he opened for future generations of artists of color. As candles flicker outside the brownstone in Brooklyn Heights that doubled for the Huxtable home, fans are revisiting the laughter and life lessons Theo lessons about dyslexia, teenage self-esteem, and the complex dance of growing. Those reruns, still streamed by millions worldwide, now carry the added weight of farewell. Malcolm-Jamal Warner leaves behind his wife, television writer Amanda Weathers, their 10-year-old daughter, Maya, and a legacy that spans for decades of storytelling. From studio soundstages to poetry lounges and jazz festivals, he chased creativity with steady joy, modeling a career powered not by celebrity, but by curiosity, craft, and community. Tonight, the marquee lights dim in silent respect as the world says goodbye to a performer whose work made us laugh, think, and believe in the power of possibility.